Have you ever felt a quiet knowing inside you, a whisper that life is leading you somewhere greater, even when the path isn't clear? Carl Jung once said, "Your vision will become clear only when you look into your own heart. Who looks outside, dreams. Who looks inside, awakens." Today I invite you to awaken, to trust the rhythm of the universe, to honor the flow of your life, and to recognize that every challenge, every pause, every ending is a message guiding you toward something monumental. Big things are coming, but you must first align, prepare, and believe. The universe is speaking. Are you ready to listen? You see, we often measure life by the clocks we carry, by the calendar that count the days, and by the deadlines we set for ourselves. We look around and wonder why someone else has already achieved what we are still struggling toward, and we convince ourselves that the universe is somehow running behind, that fate has forgotten us. But nothing could be further from the truth. Life does not operate according to our impatient expectations. Life operates according to a rhythm far greater than we can imagine, a rhythm that is perfect, deliberate, and exquisitely timed. There is an intelligence at work behind every pause, every delay, and every moment of uncertainty. This intelligence is not random. It is not careless. It is the universe preparing you for what you are meant to receive, and it is always on time. Consider the moments in your own life when you were eager for change, when you wanted doors to open immediately, when you thought that success should arrive as soon as you had worked for it. And yet something held back. Perhaps it was fear, perhaps circumstance, or perhaps the invisible hands of the universe guiding you towards something greater. In those moments, it would have been easy to become frustrated, to despair, to believe that life was unfair. And yet, when you look back now, you may realize that every delay was a kind of protective measure, a way of ensuring that you were ready for what was coming. The universe waits for the right moment, for your growth to reach the necessary depth, for your spirit to become capable of embracing the opportunities that will arrive. Patience in this sense is not mere waiting, it is active preparation. Every experience you undergo, every challenge you face, every heartbreak, every loss, and even every seemingly ordinary day contributes to your alignment with what is destined for you. The universe does not rush, because rushing would diminish the value of what is to come. It waits until you are ready, not just willing, not just wanting, but truly ready in your heart, in your mind, and in your soul. This is why it often seems that life moves slowly, that our dreams take longer than we anticipate to materialize. The truth is, the timing is perfect. It is exactly as it should be. You must understand that the universe does not operate on the basis of human impatience or anxiety. The universe is not concerned with our schedules or our desires. It is concerned with balance, with harmony, and with the unfolding of your highest potential. Just as a seed does not rush to sprout before the soil is ready, and just as a river does not skip its bends before it reaches the ocean, your life will not deliver its most meaningful experiences until the conditions are fully aligned. And when those conditions are met, everything will come together in a way that feels miraculous, not because the universe has finally caught up, but because you have reached the point of readiness that allows you to receive what has always been intended for you. Think of the moments when you felt the universe was conspiring against you, when delays and obstacles seemed endless. Those moments were not punishments. They were lessons. They were opportunities to grow stronger, wiser, and more attuned to the patterns of your life. The universe often requires that we deepen our understanding, that we refine our focus, and that we expand our awareness before presenting us with the very opportunities we seek. It does not hand them to us prematurely. It does not allow us to stumble with what we are not yet prepared to hold. Every pause, every seeming setback is the universe orchestrating a sequence of events with precision, ensuring that when the moment arrives, it will be perfect in every way. And so, the next time you find yourself frustrated by the pace of your life, the next time you feel impatient for your dreams to arrive, remind yourself that you are not late. You are on schedule. You are exactly where you need to be, and what is coming is arriving not too soon, not too late, but precisely at the moment when it can have the greatest impact on your life. Your readiness, your growth, your awareness, and your ability to embrace opportunity are all being cultivated patiently and deliberately by the same intelligence that governs the stars, the tides, and the unfolding of every great story in human history. Trust that there is no mistake, no accident, no randomness in the timing of your life. You may not see it yet, you may not feel it yet, but the universe is preparing you for something far beyond your current comprehension. Let go of the need to control, to rush, to force outcomes. Step into the flow of life with trust, knowing that the delays, the pauses, and even the frustration are the universe's way of aligning you with the most extraordinary experiences you could ever imagine. Everything you have been waiting for is coming. Everything you have hoped for, everything you have worked for, everything you have dreamed of it, is all on its way. And when it arrives, it will feel as though the universe has whispered your name and placed it in the palm of your hand with perfect care. Trust the timing. Trust the rhythm. Trust the universe. We live in a world that tells us success should be immediate, that comfort should come quickly, and that obstacles are signs of failure. Life is not a linear path. Life is a spiral, a rhythm, a series of crescendos and pauses, each designed to prepare us for the next stage of our journey. Every struggle you face, every challenge that feels overwhelming, every situation that shakes you to your core is not an ending. It is not a punishment. It is the launch pad from which your greatest growth will take off. The universe is not asking you to bypass these experiences, to run from them, or to ignore them. It is asking you to embrace them, to understand them, and to recognize that within each struggle lies a hidden opportunity that is preparing you for what is coming. Consider the moments in your life that felt unbearable, the nights when you questioned everything, when fear whispered that you would never rise above your circumstances, the days when it seemed as though nothing was going your way, and every effort was met with resistance. In those moments, it is easy to believe that life is against you, that the universe has abandoned you, or that you are somehow destined to remain trapped in struggle. But these moments, as painful as they feel, are not signs of defeat. They are the raw material of your future triumphs. The universe uses struggle as a crucible, forging strength, resilience, and clarity within you. What appears to be hardship is actually the preparation you need to launch into the extraordinary. Struggles refine your vision. When everything is easy, when life offers no resistance, it is difficult to understand what you truly desire, what you are truly capable of, and what you truly need. Adversity forces you to confront yourself, to strip away illusions, and to see the truths that lie beneath the surface. It teaches patience, courage, and resourcefulness. It reveals the depths of your own determination and shows you that your capacity to endure, to grow, and to adapt is far greater than you ever imagined. Every setback, every disappointment, is the universe shaping you, sharpening you, and aligning you with the path you are destined to walk. And here is the most important truth. The struggles you face today are not random. They are designed to prepare you for something bigger, something that cannot arrive until you are ready to receive it. You may feel stuck, frustrated, or disheartened, but in truth, you are in a process of refinement. The universe has a way of taking what feels like chaos and turning it into clarity, taking pain and transforming it into purpose. Every obstacle you encounter carries a lesson that will become invaluable. When the time comes for you to step fully into your potential, the more you embrace your struggles, the more prepared you become for the life that is waiting for you. It is also vital to understand that your struggles are deeply personal. No one else can endure them for you, and no one else can extract the lessons that are uniquely yours. The universe places exactly what you need in your path, not to punish you, but to teach you, to awaken you, and to prepare you. While others may seem to move forward effortlessly, your journey is unfolding precisely as it should, with each struggle building the strength, clarity, and wisdom necessary for your unique destiny. This is why comparison is not only unnecessary, it is misleading. Your struggles are your preparation. They are your launch pad, and they are perfectly tailored to elevate you into the life that awaits. Think about the people in your life who have achieved greatness, who have transformed their circumstances, who have reached heights that once seemed impossible. Behind every success story, behind every moment of triumph lies struggle often invisible to the world. It was struggle that revealed character, shaped resilience, and forced clarity. And the same is true for you. The universe is working quietly in the background, ensuring that your challenges are not wasted, that your growth is continuous, and that when the moment arrives, you will be ready to seize the opportunities that others might overlook. It is natural to wish for ease, to hope for smooth sailing, and to fear discomfort. But the truth is, comfort does not produce greatness. Ease does not forge strength. It is in the tension, in the trials, and in the moments that test your patience and courage that you are prepared for the extraordinary. The universe is not indifferent to your struggles. It is intentional. Every trial is a seed, every challenge is a stepping stone, and every obstacle is a launchpad. You are being equipped with what you need to rise, to create, and to receive the blessings that are already on their way. So when life feels heavy, when the weight of your circumstances seems unbearable, remind yourself that you are not at the end of your journey. You are on the brink of something extraordinary. The universe is using your struggles not to hold you back, but to catapult you forward. Every challenge you face today, every difficulty, every moment of doubt is preparing you for a future that is far greater than you can yet imagine. Your current struggles are not your downfall. They are the very foundation upon which your triumph will be built. We live in a culture that glorifies control, that tells us the measure of our worth lies in how much we can manage, how much we can predict, and how much we can force into being. From an early age, we are taught to plan, to strategize, and to try to mold the world to fit our desires. Yet, there is a deeper truth that we often overlook. Life cannot be forced. The more we attempt to control every detail, the more resistance we create, the more friction we encounter. True power is not in the tight grip of control, but in the ability to release, to trust, and to flow with the current of life. The universe is not a problem to be solved, it is a river to be navigated, and those who attempt to dam it or redirect it will find themselves exhausted, frustrated, and stagnant. To embrace the flow is not to give up. It is not to surrender your ambitions or to abandon your dreams. It is not to sit idly by while life passes. Rather, it is to align your actions with the intelligence that is guiding the cosmos, to move with the rhythm of life instead of against it, and to recognize that the universe often works in ways that surpass our understanding. When we cling too tightly to outcomes, we blind ourselves to the opportunities and guidance that are unfolding around us. We create a tension that clouds judgment, narrows vision, and prevents us from seeing the possibilities that exist just beyond the horizon. But when we release the need to control, when we trust the universe to unfold as it will, we open ourselves to a clarity and a synchronicity that is otherwise impossible to experience. Consider for a moment the life of a river. A river does not force its way through the mountains, it flows around obstacles, finding the path of least resistance. Yet, in this flowing, it gains strength, depth, and direction. It carves valleys, nourishes life, and shapes landscapes in ways that no single effort of control could ever accomplish. Your life is much like that river. When you try to push against the natural course, when you attempt to force outcomes before the right time, you encounter resistance, struggle, and frustration. But when you allow yourself to flow, to move in harmony with the unseen currents, you will find that your efforts are amplified, your path becomes clearer, and doors that once seemed closed begin to open effortlessly. Embracing the flow requires trust in the universe, trust in yourself, and trust in the unfolding of life. It requires the courage to release rigid expectations and the humility to accept that not everything is meant to happen according to your timetable. This does not mean abandoning your desires. Desire is a compass pointing you toward your purpose, but desire must be tempered with patience, tempered with awareness, and guided by the understanding that the universe often delivers in ways more profound and unexpected than we could imagine. Those who cling too tightly to specific outcomes risk missing the larger blessings that are being orchestrated around them. There is also a delicate balance between action and surrender. To flow with life is not to be passive. It is to act with intention, clarity, and alignment. It is to take steps when they are inspired, when the path is revealed, and when the timing is right. But it is equally important to step back when the current resists, to wait when the answer is not yet clear, and to trust that stillness is sometimes the most powerful action. The universe has a rhythm, and those who attune themselves to that rhythm move with ease, while those who resist find themselves exhausted by the struggle of forcing outcomes that are not yet ready to manifest. The wisdom of letting go is not always easy. Our minds are conditioned to seek certainty, to demand immediate results, and to fear the unknown. But the universe is always guiding, always orchestrating, and always working in harmony with our highest potential. When we learn to embrace the flow, we begin to notice signs, synchronicity, and subtle nudges that point us toward what is best for us. Opportunities present themselves in unexpected ways. People enter our lives with perfect timing. Doors that seemed closed reveal secret passages. The more we surrender the illusion of control, the more we find that life supports us in ways we could not have engineered on our own. Flow does not mean chaos. It does not mean randomness. It is the alignment of our actions with a higher intelligence, the harmonizing of our will with the universal order. To flow is to act boldly when necessary, to wait patiently when necessary, and to trust that each moment, each decision, and each pause is part of a greater design. When you embrace this approach, life feels lighter. Challenges no longer overwhelm you because you are not fighting the current. Setbacks no longer discourage you because you understand that the current is leading you toward something greater. And success, when it arrives, feels effortless not because you did nothing, but because you did everything in alignment with the natural rhythm of life. The most profound transformations in life do not come from control, force, or compulsion. They come from alignment, trust, and the courage to surrender to the flow of the universe. The universe is not opposed to you. It is not indifferent. It is not random. It is working with you, preparing the path, arranging the circumstances, and bringing the right people and opportunities into your life at the precise moment they are needed. When you learn to release the need to control, you open the door to miracles, to synchronicity, and to the kind of growth that only the universe can orchestrate. Let go of the need to control every outcome. Step into the flow. Trust the timing, trust the guidance, and trust yourself to navigate the path. The current is carrying you, and it is leading you exactly where you are meant to go. There is a voice within you that is quieter than your thoughts, yet far more powerful than any external advice, louder than any opinion imposed by the world around you. This is your intuition, the subtle whisper of the universe guiding you toward your truth. And yet, so often, we ignore it, we dismiss it, we doubt it, and we seek answers in places far outside ourselves. But the universe speaks to each of us constantly through intuition, through that inner knowing that cannot be rationalized away. It is always present, always offering guidance, and always attempting to align us with what we are truly meant to experience. The challenge is not in receiving this guidance, it is in listening. Intuition is not a loud announcement. It does not shout over the noise of fear, doubt, and distraction. It arrives softly, like a gentle nudge, a recurring thought, a quiet feeling in your chest, or a subtle pull in your mind. When you are facing a choice, a challenge, or an opportunity, it is the whisper that urges you forward, or the hesitation that asks you to pause. Many dismiss this voice because it is subtle, because it requires patience, and because it does not always conform to logic, but in truth, it is the language of the universe speaking directly to your soul. When you learn to trust this guidance, when you learn to follow it without hesitation, your life begins to unfold with a clarity and precision that cannot be manufactured through effort alone. Consider the moments in your own life when you felt inexplicably drawn to a person, a place, or a decision. Perhaps it was a feeling of certainty that you could not explain, a choice that seemed irrational to others yet felt undeniably right in your being. That was your intuition. That was the universe communicating through you, guiding you toward the opportunity, experiences, and connections that would shape your destiny. And in those moments when you ignored it, you felt the subtle but unmistakable friction, the sense that something was amiss, the quiet regret that lingers when we act against our inner knowing. The universe is patient yet persistent, nudging us again and again until we finally learn to listen. Your intuition is not just a feeling, it is a compass. It is the internal GPS that directs you toward alignment, toward choices that resonate with your purpose, but it requires practice, attentiveness, and trust. The mind is often cluttered with fear, doubt, and the need for certainty. The ego wants guarantees and measurable results. Intuition does not offer these things. Intuition asks for faith. It asks you to step into the unknown with courage, to trust that the guidance you are receiving is coming from a source far greater than your limited perspective. The more you cultivate this trust, the stronger your connection to the flow of life becomes, and the more you will recognize the signs that are always surrounding you. The universe speaks to us in patterns, symbols, and repeated messages. Intuition is how we decode them. When a thought or feeling keeps returning, when a circumstance repeats itself, or when a person or opportunity appears at just the right moment, it is the universe sending signals, urging you to pay attention. Yet, many remain blind to these signs because they are seeking loud, dramatic confirmations instead of subtle guidance. The key is to quiet the mind, to create space for reflection, and to cultivate a sensitivity to the whispers of intuition. Meditation, contemplation, and stillness are not just practices of peace, they are methods of tuning in. The guidance that is constantly present, the guidance that can lead you to your highest purpose. It is also important to recognize that intuition is not always easy. It can challenge your assumptions, push you beyond comfort, and ask you to take paths that defy logic or expectation. It may direct you toward people or experiences that test you, that require courage, and that demand faith. But this is precisely why intuition is powerful. It is the universe guiding you toward growth, toward alignment, and toward what you are truly capable of becoming. When you act on intuition, even in small ways, you begin to build a relationship with the universe based on trust and reciprocity. You learn to recognize that every nudge, every feeling, and every insight is a signal that you are moving closer to your purpose. Following intuition requires both courage and patience. You must act when it calls, yet also trust when it asks you to wait. Not every intuitive insight demands immediate action. Some are invitations to prepare, to observe, and to position yourself for the unfolding of greater opportunities. It is a delicate dance between acting decisively and remaining receptive. When you honor this rhythm, life flows with a sense of synchronicity that feels effortless. People, circumstances, and opportunities appear at precisely the right moment. Doors that seemed closed reveal themselves, and the path that once seemed uncertain becomes clear, illuminated by the quiet but unwavering guidance of your inner knowing. Ultimately, your intuition is a bridge between you and the universe. It is a line of communication that is always available, always accurate, and always aligned with your highest good. When you choose to listen, when you choose to act in harmony with it, life responds. You are no longer tossed by circumstance or overwhelmed by uncertainty. You move with purpose, clarity, and confidence. The universe is speaking to you constantly, and it will never mislead you. Trust your inner voice. Pay attention to the subtle signals. Follow the guidance that resonates with your deepest knowing. The universe is speaking, and your intuition is the language it uses. Belief is not simply a thought or an idea. It is a force that shapes reality. It is the foundation upon which the universe responds, the signal that communicates to life what you are ready to receive. If your belief is small, your world will reflect it. If your faith is timid, your opportunities will be limited. The universe measures not only your actions, but the depth and magnitude of your belief. Big things, the breakthroughs, the transformations, the experiences that take your life to an entirely new dimension require big belief. And by big belief, I do not mean hope or wishful thinking. I mean unwavering faith in yourself, in your vision, and in the intelligence that governs life. Consider for a moment what happens when we underestimate our own potential. We convince ourselves that what we desire is too lofty, too far beyond our reach, or simply not meant for us. And in doing so, we unknowingly shrink the possibilities before us. The universe responds to our internal state. It mirrors our belief back to us. When belief is limited, the world will appear constrained. When faith is bold, the world shifts to meet it. This is why small thinking produces small outcomes, and why those who achieve extraordinary success often speak first of their unwavering belief long before anything tangible appeared. The universe does not rush those who doubt. It waits for the clarity and certainty that comes from deep, unshakable faith. Big belief is audacious. It asks you to imagine the impossible and to step into it with confidence, even when there is no visible proof. It requires that you look beyond the current circumstances and recognize the potential that exists within you. It is the courage to hold a vision so strong, so vivid, that obstacles cannot shake it, and criticism cannot diminish it. When you cultivate this kind of belief, you send a signal to the universe, an energetic declaration that you are ready for the extraordinary. The universe responds in kind, aligning people, opportunities, and events to support the realization of your vision. But big belief is not blind optimism. It is not denial of reality or refusal to acknowledge challenges. It is the combination of clarity and faith, the ability to see the obstacle, while simultaneously trusting in your capacity to overcome them. Those who believe on a grand scale recognize that struggle and setbacks are part of the journey, not signs of failure. They understand that the universe tests belief, not to punish but to fortify it. Each challenge becomes a proving ground, each difficulty an opportunity to strengthen faith. When belief is resilient, it does not waver under pressure. It grows, it adapts, and it persists until the universe delivers what has been called forth. Big belief also demands consistency. Faith is like a muscle. It must be exercised, reinforced, and strengthened over time. Doubt is the enemy of manifestation because it sends conflicting signals. To truly hold a vision of greatness, you must guard your thoughts, your energy, and your attention. Feed belief with conviction, action, and persistence. Nurture it daily through your thoughts, your choices, and your willingness to step forward even when the outcome is uncertain. The universe is drawn to the intensity of your conviction. The bigger your belief, the more extraordinary the possibilities that emerge. It is important to recognize that belief is not passive. It is not waiting idly for life to deliver. It is active, engaged, and aligned with action. The universe supports those who act in harmony with their vision, who take inspired steps, who refuse to settle for mediocrity, and who demonstrate their faith through courageous movement. Every effort, no matter how small, is amplified when it is fueled by belief. Every obstacle becomes surmountable because your conviction carries you beyond fear and doubt. Those who achieve the unimaginable are rarely those who wait for the perfect conditions. They are those who trust themselves and the universe enough to move forward boldly, knowing that the path will reveal itself as they walk it. There is a profound relationship between belief and the unseen forces of life. The universe does not respond to hesitation or half-hearted faith. It responds to certainty, to boldness, and to the willingness to stake your being on the conviction that what is coming is not only possible, but inevitable. Those who cultivate this awareness begin to notice signs, synchronicities, and alignments that confirm their path. People appear at the right time. Opportunities manifest when least expected. Circumstances bend in your favor. All of this is the reflection of belief in action, the manifestation of faith magnified by intention. When belief is expansive, it transforms perception. Challenges that once seemed insurmountable become invitations to grow. Fear becomes a teacher rather than a prison. Limitations dissolve when confronted with the certainty that what is coming is greater than what is currently visible. The universe rewards bold faith, and those who dare to believe big often find that life conspires to match their vision in ways that exceed imagination. The energy of belief is magnetic. It draws to you everything necessary to fulfill your purpose, not because the universe is compelled, but because it is in alignment with the order of life itself. Ultimately, the call is simple yet profound. Believe with magnitude, with courage, and with certainty. Small belief produces small results. Timid dreams yield modest outcomes, and hesitation invites delay. But when you cultivate unwavering belief in the extraordinary, when you align your thoughts, actions, and energy with this conviction, you open yourself to the flow of life in its most magnificent form. Big things require big belief, because the universe mirrors the depth, strength, and clarity of your faith. The magnitude of your dreams must match the depth of your belief. Endings are some of the most misunderstood moments in life. We fear them, resist them, and cling to what we know. Even when it no longer serves us, we interpret them as failures, losses, or signs that the universe has turned against us. But nothing could be further from the truth. Endings are not punishments, they are portals. They are thresholds, gateways to something far greater than what we are leaving behind. Every chapter that closes, every door that shuts, every relationship or opportunity that ends carries within it the seeds of transformation, the opportunity for growth, and the potential for new beginnings that are far more aligned with our purpose. Think about it for a moment. Life is constantly in motion. Seasons change, people come and go, jobs, friendships, relationships, and circumstances all evolve. And yet, when an ending comes, we feel a shock, a pause, as though the world has suddenly shifted beneath our feet. In truth, the world has shifted in order to elevate us. The ending is a signal, a message from the universe that something new is ready to emerge, that the old is making space for the extraordinary, that the next step in your journey cannot happen while you cling to what has passed. The universe is always clearing the path for your highest good, and endings are a vital part of that clearing. Endings are invitations to reflect. They ask us to pause and assess, to understand what has served us and what has not, and to acknowledge the lessons hidden in every experience. Painful as they may feel, endings are teachers. They strip away illusions and demand clarity. They reveal patterns that were invisible while we were immersed in the continuity of life. By paying attention to the wisdom of an ending, we gain insight into ourselves, our desires, and our path forward. We begin to see that every ending is not just a closing, it is a moment of revelation, chance to understand what truly matters, a call to align more fully with our purpose. It is also important to recognize that endings are rarely linear. They are often messy, unpredictable, and emotionally complex. We may feel relief, grief, excitement, or fear all at once. This is natural because endings are powerful portals. They shake the foundations of our identity and challenge our sense of security. And yet, this very discomfort is evidence that transformation is underway. The universe is calling you to step beyond what is familiar, to embrace uncertainty and to trust that the new that awaits is more aligned with your true potential than what you are leaving behind. Every ending is an opportunity for rebirth. Just as the setting sun prepares the way for the dawn, endings prepare the way for beginnings that carry greater clarity, depth, and fulfillment. When a chapter closes, it makes room for experiences, people, and opportunities that were previously impossible. The universe does not take away lightly. It clears space with intention, create an opening for something that is far more in harmony with your soul's purpose. It may not be obvious in the moment, but the signs will appear, subtly at first, guiding you toward the next phase of your life. Resistance to endings is natural, but it is also unnecessary. The more we cling to what has ended, the longer we delay the arrival of what is next. By resisting, we block the flow of life, creating tension, stagnation, and missed opportunities. But when we release, when we trust that the ending is a portal rather than a loss, we step into alignment. We open ourselves to the flow of life, allowing the universe to deliver experiences that are richer, more meaningful, and more transformative than anything we could have imagined. Release is not defeat, it is strength. It is recognition that your journey is larger than any single chapter, that your path is unfolding in a way that is far beyond your current perception. Endings also offer perspective. When we look back, we see how every loss, every closure, and every shift was guiding us towards something far greater. What once seemed devastating becomes necessary. What once felt like a failure becomes a lesson, and what once appeared as a door closing reveals itself as the threshold to a vast horizon of possibilities. Life is always leading us forward, and endings are the markers along the way, signaling that we are evolving, expanding, and moving closer to the life we were meant to live. And yet, endings are not just external, they are internal as well. Every time you release a belief, a fear, or a limiting identity, you are experiencing an ending. Every time you let go of old patterns, habits, or expectations, you are creating space for growth. These inner endings are portals to self-discovery, empowerment, and transformation. By honoring them, by embracing them, and by stepping fully through them, you align more closely with your purpose and open yourself to the miracles that the universe has prepared. So, when life presents an ending, do not resist it. Do not despair. Do not cling to the past out of fear. Instead, see it for what it truly is, a portal. A threshold into greater possibility, a bridge to experiences that are more aligned, more meaningful, and more extraordinary than what you are leaving behind. Step forward with trust, with courage, and with the awareness that every ending is not a conclusion, it is an invitation. It is the universe saying to you, something greater is waiting. Step through and claim it. Every ending is the doorway to the life you were always meant to live. Life is not something that simply happens to us. It is not a random series of events, nor is it a chaotic succession of circumstances beyond our influence. There is a rhythm, a design, and a flow that governs the unfolding of our experiences. The universe sets the stage, arranges the opportunities, and aligns the conditions that are meant to shape us. But even as the universe prepares, there is a role that only you can fulfill. Your responsibility is to prepare yourself, to cultivate the mindset, the character, and the awareness necessary to receive what is coming. The universe offers, but you must be ready to receive. It does not force, it does not push, and it does not act without your alignment. Preparation and receptivity are your part of the partnership with life. Preparation begins with self-awareness. To be ready for what is coming, you must know who you are, what you value, and what you are capable of. This is not a superficial knowledge, nor is it defined by achievements or external validation. It is the deep understanding of your strengths, your weaknesses, your patterns, and your potential. When you prepare in this way, you cultivate clarity. You are no longer tossed by circumstance or distracted by fear because you understand your center. You recognize that life unfolds in a rhythm that you are part of, and you are able to align your actions with that rhythm. The universe responds to clarity, and preparation is the means by which clarity is cultivated. Preparation is also about growth. Every challenge, every struggle, every moment of discomfort is an opportunity to build the qualities necessary to receive the life that is coming. Patience, resilience, courage, and discernment are not accidental, they are cultivated. The universe does not present its greatest gifts to those who are unprepared. Every experience you endure, every lesson you learn, and every habit you form contributes to your readiness. You may not yet see the connection between today's efforts and tomorrow's opportunities, but the alignment is always happening, quietly, deliberately, and with perfect timing. To prepare is not to rush or force. It is not to chase outcomes or demand results. It is to do the work of alignment, of strengthening your mind, refining your character, and opening your awareness to the signs, guidance, and opportunities that surround you. When you prepare in this way, the universe is able to deliver in the most perfect, efficient, and transformative manner. You become a vessel capable of holding the blessings, insights, and experiences that are too great to receive without readiness. Equally important to preparation is the ability to receive. Many of us prepare, but then unconsciously block the very gifts we have worked for. Fear, doubt, unworthiness, and attachment to control can close us off from the flow of life. To receive requires openness. It requires trust. It requires humility, the recognition that life is greater than any one of us, and that the universe's timing and orchestration are perfect. Receiving is not passive, it is active engagement. It is stepping forward when opportunity appears, embracing guidance when it calls, and allowing yourself to be shaped by experiences without resistance. To prepare and not receive is like planting a seed and then refusing to water it. Preparation and receptivity are inseparable, one cannot exist without the other. Being ready to receive also demands courage. What is coming may challenge your comfort zone, expand your responsibilities, or push you into a level of growth that feels unfamiliar. The universe will not send gifts that are beneath your capacity, but it will send opportunities that stretch you, elevate you, and demand more of your courage, awareness, and presence. To receive fully, you must be willing to step into the unknown, to embrace the uncertainty, and to trust that what is being offered is aligned with your highest good. Courage and openness are the gateways through which blessings flow. Preparation is further reinforced by presence. The universe delivers what is ready, and timing is precise. Opportunities, guidance, and synchronicities are most potent when you are fully present, fully aware, and fully engaged in the moment. Distraction, hesitation, or preoccupation with past regrets and future anxieties will dull your ability to receive. The present is where life unfolds, where the signals of the universe appear, and where your readiness meets opportunity. To prepare is to live intentionally, to sharpen your perception, and to cultivate alignment in each moment so that when what is coming arrives, you can recognize it, embrace it, and integrate it fully into your journey. Preparation is also about alignment with your purpose. The universe does not offer blessings indiscriminately, it responds to the alignment of your actions, intentions, and awareness with your true path. Your preparation is not just personal, it is spiritual, emotional, and mental. It is the integration of all aspects of your being, so that when the universe presents its gift, you are not only able to receive them, but to use them in the way they were intended. Alignment amplifies reception, and preparation ensures that your life is ready to handle what is coming with wisdom, strength, and grace. Ultimately, the partnership with the universe is simple yet profound. It prepares and you prepare. It offers and you receive. It arranges the conditions, and you cultivate the capacity. The universe will do its part with precision, intelligence, and care, but the fulfillment of its offerings depends upon your readiness. The more intentional you are in preparing, the more open you are to receiving, and the more aligned you are with your purpose, the more extraordinary the results will be. Your role is clear: prepare, strengthen, and align. Open yourself, step into the flow, and receive fully. The universe is ready, and so must you be.